Hey everyone, welcome back to a new video. So this is my Friday session, and in this session I went heavy on the snatch, clean jerk, back squat, and randomly on deadlift. I really shouldn't go heavy on deadlifts. There's really no purpose for me. I just find it really fun to deadlift, so I don't know. It's something that I'm good at, and to be able to get up close to 300 and hopefully be able to go above 300 eventually, it's just kind of fun to be able to do, even though it doesn't really help me too much in weightlifting. I think there probably is some general net benefit to just being strong in the deadlift, but not really enough to justify doing it as frequently as I do. But when you feel like doing something, when it's not really important, you're training and kind of like you're not like, I'm not training for a competition or anything, then you kind of just fly by the seat of your pants. But this is the last heavy day of this third week. The next 2 days will be lighter. I will say the day after this was really light as far as muscle snatches and pressing. That was all I did. And then the day after that's going to be some power snatch and some power clean and either push, press, or jerk. I guess I haven't decided. I did have that first miss with the 120, but I came back and made it there and then made 125. So getting a little bit more consistent with that, especially without straps, which is good. All these heavy days I've been not using straps on my snatches, which is really good for me, just to build that confidence and that grip strength, and I don't know, just the motor patterns, because it snatches a little bit different with straps than it is with the hook grip. Then for clean jerks I was able to get up to 150. I missed 140 the first time because I got a bit woozy as I was trying to stabilize it. Came back and made it, then made 150. Then worked on my back squats up to 215. I missed 215, then dropped down, did some pulls up to 290, which is one of the heaviest pulls I've ever done. I believe the second heaviest is my most recent one, which is like 295, which was last fall, I believe. I'm not really sure how long ago I did that, but the 302 is still my best ever, which would be kind of nice to go to, like, I don't know, like 310 or something, but it's not really too important. It's just kind of like, oh, we'll see if I can go heavy on deadlifts and just kind of mess around with it. But because it's the last heavy day of this week and the next 2 days are going to be light, and really the next like 5 days after that are going to be pretty light, videos could be a bit sparse if I could even talk, depending on how the sessions go. But the plan is this third week being the most aggressive in everything that I do on each of the days, and then next week is like a quote-unquote competition week, but I essentially just go light in most of the days, kind of go back to that week 1 movement. So I'm still training and doing reps and stuff, so it's not as if I'm like not training, but the intensity is much lower. We're back to where it was in week 1, maybe a little bit higher, just because I have gotten stronger since that first week. And then on that day 5 or that 5th day of the training week to be the heaviest day of the training block, probably not going to hit lifetime PRs. Be cool if I was able to, but if I'm able to push above the 125 snatch and the 150 clean and jerk, then I can kind of set new benchmarks for there. And then of course, if I'm able to push up a little bit on the back squat and the front squat, potentially could add up a little bit with those. Let me flip over to the program. I do need to update that, so if you do happen to look back at a couple of community posts, I am using that same Google Sheet, so anyone can view it that they want to kind of look at it, and I'm just kind of updating with the numbers that you see. So if there's sessions that either don't happen or you don't see, they will be documented in there as far as what I'm doing, and then if something's blank, that just means that I just took a day off. So it's nothing that's like insane, I suppose. But let me go to week 4. That's what I wanted to look at. So yeah, it looks like my intensity is kind of a little bit high, but it's mostly just lower volume, I suppose. At least on the first day, it's like hang snatch up to 100, and then clean jerk up to 120, and then the front squats I'll have to adjust because I'm not going to be able to do 160. But then that last day 3 heavy day, I'll probably dial that back a little bit and just make some adjustments to that week in general. But obviously the goal is to hit above that. Oh yeah, I came here, I got a little forgetful. I put my front squat max as 180, which I think is pretty accurate, and then back squat max is 225, which is relatively accurate. I know I've done 232 recently, but it's not, when I'm putting these maxes in, I'm kind of treating it as in what I could do on any conceivable day I'm probably not going to snatch 125 every single day, but it's conceivable. Same with the clean and jerk. Like, what I could probably do if I like had to max out on a particular day, would I be confident in being able to hit if it was just that particular exercise? Push press is probably the lowest, but I have not been doing push press, which I need to kind of make a change of that because that's supposed to be on the day 7, and I keep forgetting and / not doing it on that day, which is the main day for it, and it probably should feel pretty good because I've been doing so much pressing. So I definitely need to, get back on that, but that's just kind of how it is sometimes. And it's kind of nice because I can make these smaller adjustments and kind of pay attention to what I'm doing specifically with exercise and say like, oh, I'm not doing push press. I need to make that more of an emphasis in these next 4 weeks and kind of just, mix and match where things need to be and just keep trying to get a little bit better each week. And I think that certainly will be a possibility because that's been kind of the general trend. The big thing is to really treat these recovery days as lighter days, even if I do kind of go heavier on the muscle snatch and an overhead press, to not do a ton of other work on those days, just to allow my body to kind of catch up in recovery. But yeah, that's it for this one. I've re-recorded the commentary a couple times because I keep having this big blank space at the end, but I'm just going to leave it on there because I feel like it was, stuff I wanted to talk about anyway. So anywho, that's it for this one. Hope you all enjoyed, and talk to you all in the next one. Peace.